Go, 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 go. Yay!
Moin moin!
Moin!
Hi! It's Camilla from Italy.
And Tuuli from Finland.
We are two students of the first cohort of the bachelor program European Cultures and Society in Flensburg University. And here we are in Flensburg University
Yes.
in our nice campus. And we will tell you a bit about our program to encourage you because it's a great one.
Yes.
So, how did I end up in Flensburg? I can talk a bit about it for my side. I just wanted to have a life experience in Germany because I was interested in the culture, I was learning the language, but I didn't feel ready to study in German. So I was looking for bachelor programs in English in Germany. And this was really the most interesting one because I also wanted to do something still interdisciplinary, still international, and I was really attracted by the description of this study program, and I said, why not? I had no idea that Flensburg was so much in the north, but we managed to survive. Well,
For me it was the south. where I came. Yeah, I also didn't know what Flensburg was, but after we came here it turned out to be really nice, really also what we expected to have. What for me sounded particularly interesting was Europe and the EU and how you so easily we mix these two concepts. We say EU when we really mean Europe. I mean those are not the same thing. There are countries that belong to Europe but not to the European Union, and we were able to look into this topic, what is Europe, and to see really EU and see all how the institutions, how they work, and this is really something really important for all us Europeans to know how it works. And yeah, we were able to see Europe, how from different fields of studies, so for example geography, we could see, okay, where you draw the line of Europe, from religion, from politics, philosophy, all these things, they are really
media,
as well.
art,
Yeah.
both cultural and social topics. Yeah. There is much more to say because one could say, yeah, to learn this I just have to read a bit on the internet, difference European Union, Europe. It's not so easy, and there is so much to learn if you want to dig a bit deeper into these topics, and I think that was the most interesting part of our study program. All these things intertwined and got together. Yeah, and another particular characteristic feature of our study program is its practical part, the so-called projects or tutorials. We can choose between journalism, art and scenography, entrepreneurship, and research. I was personally doing art and scenography.
I did research.
And those are really for, let's say, concrete and practical subjects, courses in which you learn to develop a project in this field. It's always in the first semester of every year. So the first year you develop a project, but really under instructions from your lecturers, or you just develop a draft of a possible project. Then the second year you start really planning something in the groups, but more autonomously from the lecturers. They just have a supervision. They just supervise you. And the third year, you really have to do a totally autonomous job. You have to develop your own projects. For example, in art and scenography, we had to plan an exhibition, which we could then show in a gallery in the city. The university always has at its disposal the gallery, and some students also use it without really having to do with the art and scenography tutorial. There is a lot of support for this artistic stuff. And then, I don't know, for example, what did you do in research?
Yeah, so I did research. We had our own question that we wanted to find out, answers to this question, and in order to find out, we were interviewing people. After interviewing, we coded everything, we analyzed, and then in the end we wrote a paper based on our findings. But it was really interesting, and it was really useful for now for our bachelor thesis and for future as well.
Yeah, and in journalism, I think they had their own radio radio show in Kiel. It was really then broadcasted in the national radio.
Yeah.
And entrepreneurship, they really came up with ideas for startups and companies. So it's something very practical that is often lacking in other similar study programs. And it gives you a clear idea about your future career. Do I want to go in this direction? Do I want to switch? Yeah.
Yeah. And you mentioned earlier that there is this possibility to have an exhibition in the city. What other things they offer here in Flensburg? Of course, because we are in the border with Denmark, there is a lot of Danish and Nordic influence. There's a Danish library, a Danish bakery, but also there are, I don't know, movie theaters. There's you can go bowling, a lot of activities.
Yeah,
what you can do. Oh, and the beach is really nice when it's a good weather.
Not now.
Hopefully still we get to go to the beach. Yeah, other things that really are good for us students are internship opportunities or job career opportunities. What they have, for example, in Flensburg is the ECMI, the European Center for Minority Issues, and you did an internship in
Sankelmark, which is right here, just outside from Flensburg. It's an European academy, so also very linked to our study program. There is also the FUN, another minority issue center, and of course there are also options to work in the international center of the university, to teach your languages either in the university or in the Volkshochschule. I think there are a lot of options that are program related, like international, and it's really easy, I think, to do something practical alongside with your studies. And the town itself is so nice, so cute. And yeah, and you can see the campus here.
Yes.
We are also very proud of our campus. We just sat in front of the of the strawberry field, the strawberry patch. We will eat some when we leave you. It's a nice campus. It's so green and so natural. It's a park with ponds and rabbits running here and there, and squirrels and families and people with dogs walking, and
apple trees, cherry trees, everything.
A yummy campus. Yes. And the buildings are also modern because it's a young university, and I find it super relaxing for when you have this stress of just staying the whole time in front of your computer studying, then getting out just for 5 minutes, having a walk in the nature. It's really nice. And yeah, I hope we convinced you.
Yes.
And maybe we will meet you here or somewhere.
Hopefully, yeah. We would really recommend this university. If you're thinking, you should apply. Okay, moikka!
Ciao, ciao. Tschüss.
Tschüss.